Okay, hello everyone, welcome to today's video. If you are new, uh, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. If you've already been subscribed, don't forget to on your notification. Well, in today's video, I'm not going to be taking you through the whole guru story of how I made $1 million or $100,000 from trading FX and all of that. I'm going to be taking you guys through a realistic experience trading the forex, trading the GBP USD, trading the pounds. So as you can see from my screen, this particular image is actually an image. I screenshotted it from my notes. I didn't want to expose my notes so that you guys will see all my dirty little secrets and my and all of that. But as we go further, I'll share more notes with you from my experience trading the FX. Well, if you look at the title of this note, it's labeled before trade, right? And if you just go down and you will see edited 13th of July 2020, that was during the lockdown, right? If you look at the bottom, I don't want to use my marker, I might block you from seeing it. This note was made on the 13th of July 2020 during the lockdown. So this was after my training. I paid for a training course. I attended the seminars and got my training. I was ready to go into the FX market, like, yeah, you know what, that excitement and all of that. So this is a summary of my notes after the class, and I was putting this just beside my desktop while trading. So excuse me. So this is a summary of everything I took down before trading, and this particular key points here actually made me a decent amount of money, because let me go to my MetaTrader to July of 2020, right? So put on my data. You go to your custom period. If you don't know how to navigate through your history, your MT5 history, this is how you go about it. So I'm clicking on my custom period, right? Custom period. From this is where you choose the time that you want. I already went ahead and navigated it to the 1st of July 2020 so that you will see my trading history. This is a demo account anyway. It's a demo account, but it was the first account I used to practice before preparing myself for the big leagues. So let me just go ahead and click done so you can see my history. Right now, currently this demo accounts, not currently though, because I've pretty much relaxed from using this demo account. If you look at my profits, you'll see a very big red numbers there. It's actually running on a loss. I'm going to take you through how we came about that loss, but before then I want you to actually look at my profits. Everywhere is blue. Like for the month of July, pay attention to the dates. The month of July of 2020, if you pay attention to these dates, I was all green, in fact everything was okay. So I made some decent amount of money trading the pounds in the month of July 2020. But in this video I'm going to explain to you what happened and why this demo account ended up in red. Now the strategy I'm going to teach you, it's going to be after this video, because the purpose of this video is to explain to you my experience, or share with you rather my experience of trading the forex market. So you can either learn or pick one or two things from me, or probably develop your own strategy. So before I went into these profits, these are the key points that I made. So I'll go back to my notes. So you can see the date 13th of July. So these are the key points that helped me in making those profits. The first one, as you can see, the first one is what? Check the market trend and time frames to confirm. Don't trade at extreme or before speeches or meetings or during holidays or market opening hours. Now this is for the pounds. This is for the pound. This video is for the pound, because if you can see my history, it's all pounds. Oh, sorry, it's all pounds. I traded just one pair as my as my guru taught me to do. So now it's very important for you to know the time frame that you are going to be trading. Then I was scalping, so I didn't really need to trade on the bigger time frame like the 4 hour or the dailies. I traded the 15 minutes, the 5 minutes time frames, right? So it's very important for you to know the time frame you are trading, and make sure that you don't trade at the extremes. Before you trade at extremes, you must look at a bigger the bigger time frame, so that you are not maybe buying into a market that is having a reversal on the bigger time frame, like the market preparing to sell, you are buying into that market. It will not actually go well for you. The second point there is US markets are the main trends and most times contrary to London market direction. Now what this means is, I'm in Nigeria, I trade with the Nigerian time. So what usually happened then was, when the day opens, like when the trading day starts, usually around let's say 8 official, that's the official uh trading hours. That's when the bankers, everybody, the Wall Street, everybody is going to trade, right? The London people are the ones that actually set the trends for the pounds, right? So you will notice when the market is trending down in the pounds, it's very likely to reverse during the afternoon. That's when the US market opens. That's period where we are having an intersection, right? It's very likely for the pounds to have a change in direction. So once we are approaching the US open and we are at a level of reversal, it's very, very powerful to take such reversal, because the US markets usually takes a different direction from the London market. Now the third point there is check check the chart pattern, if any, e.g. heads and shoulders. So there are chart patterns in the pounds that are strong, like the heads and shoulders, the double tops. Those things are important, so you make sure you check those ones so that you are not trading against those things, because there are a lot of traders watching these patterns. Then the fourth one is your basic fundamental and sentiment analysis. So it's very important to check your trading, your forex news. Make sure you are not having big events, or you are not having something that will push you out of the market, or you are taking note of opportunities that are coming in the market, like the news and all of that. So it's very important to take note of those things. Then pay attention to the sentiment analysis I was doing then. I was doing the COT. The COT is the commitment of traders, the Chicago Mercantile, right? So the COT is a powerful tool if you know how to use it. In subsequent videos, I'm going to be explaining to us how to use the COT. I actually have a record of COT, a chart of COT, and it actually helps me in clarifying something. So this particular analysis, sentiment analysis, for me was very important. So please subscribe or turn on your notification, so when the video drops, you'll get a beep on your phone. Now The next point there is add your technical indicators. That's number 4. Add your technical indicators, whatever works for you, add them. I will explain the one I used for those trades in the next video. In the next video, I'll be giving you a live example. I will be showing you the charts of how it was done. So the next point there is most important support and resistance price levels. You should know that it's very important. Apply your trade strategy. Think like bankers. Now, what do I mean by think like bankers? Bankers don't trade like retailers, right? These are institutional traders. These people are always there to take advantage of retail position. They mostly want to use your stop losses and all of that. So there's also a strategy for that. But as we go further, these videos will be coming up. I don't really have much time to be making those videos every weekend like I intended, but I will definitely be making them. Then the next one is don't trade against ADS, the average directional index. This particular indicator was very important for me. I can remember each time I went against this indicator, I always had issues. So it's very important you mark this ADX. In the next video, I will show you how I used ADX, because if you even look at my next, if you look at the next image, my losses, you see where I said I went against ADS and the trend. So ADS was very important. I will explain my losses to you, because this video I want to explain how I made and I lost money on forex, so that you can learn from it. The next point, that's point 9. Don't take analyst and forecast too seriously, right? These are the gurus I'm always talking about. These people will tell you all kinds of things, how they made millions, pounds, telling how you can get rich, turn $1 to $1,000,000. You shouldn't take these people seriously, because most times they are there to just, do their thing, but it's not really trading to me. Then don't trade against price action also. That's your 10th point. Price action is very, very important. If you are a beginner, these are the things you should be noting. Take a biro, take a pen, and jot all this down. I shouldn't be sharing you these secrets to my strategies, but oh well, we are going to make money, right? Okay, then the next point, that's point 11. If pivots, support and resistance, price action, and ADS do not agree, don't trade. So these were the indicators I was using. These were my technical indicators I was using. I was using the pivots. That's the main indicator I use, like I'm always telling you. The pivot, the support and resistance, the price action. Like I told you, don't trade against price action, don't trade against ADX. So all this must agree before you take a trade. At some point I didn't follow those things and I lost. I will also explain these things to you. Then the last point here is note your profit and loss target and don't exceed it. Don't get greedy. That's what the last point means. Don't get greedy. Know when you're supposed to take a loss, know when you're supposed to take a profit. Don't go against these things. It's very important as beginners to have a plan. Under no circumstance should you go against those plans because the market is not going in your direction, or you are not really understanding the market. If you don't understand the market, you shouldn't even open a position. It's very important, right? Currently I'm making a little money from trading, so I can tell you, like, I'm very, very sure you should always stick to your plan before you go into the market. Make sure of that. So now I will go back to my chart and show you where the problem started. So now if you look at the months here, you see the month of August 2020 was somewhat tricky for me, because you see I was making 1.5, $2, 0.3, then I took a loss of $12, right? This is a demo account, so forget the figures. But if you look at it closely, you know the 12.6 dollar loss I took here had wiped out everything I made in that August, right? But as we went further, you'll notice I made some little dollars. Then again, you see I still took another hit of minus $34, right? Minus $21, right? All these things piled up. They piled up, and my account subsequently went down to the loss you can see. So you can see $48 after making profit of 543. You see a loss of 48, 31, 18, right? So all these things compounded, and this demo account was actually running on a loss. So what happened? What did I do wrong for my account to go red? So let's go back to my notes. So I took the notes on the 31st of July, because that was actually when some of those losses started coming in. And what I did that led to the losses were simple. I traded at market opening hour. The pound is very volatile in the market opening. It's, if you're having a pattern overnight, like you're having a support and resistance levels through the night, you should be very careful, because in the morning there's a likelihood those levels are going to be broken. So this is also a strategy for you to know. You can use that to your advantage, right? But then the strategy I was using wasn't that. So in the morning, when I took some of those trades at the market opening, I was always having issues. Then I still traded during speeches. Like during speech, like I remember very well, during speeches the pounds is volatile, like it moves. That's when you see the power of the pounds, it moves. So you should be very careful trading during speeches, so that you don't trade in the wrong direction, because you will incur those $48 loss that you saw. The next point there is I went against ADX and trend. I told you about the ADX, the average directional index. It's very important. I traded against it. I wanted predicting a long trend. I was using a shorter time frame, and I was trying to predict a long trend, right? I wasn't scalping anymore. I was now looking to gain more. I was becoming greedy. So these things cost me to blow up that account. I crossed my daily targets. That's the next point, right? You can see it, number 5. I crossed my daily target. I became greedy. Remember, from this slide, if you can see, the last point is note your profit and loss targets and don't exceed it. But here I was beginning to exceed my daily targets, and it led me to all manner of dangerous losses. Okay, I had market bias. That's the number 6 point. I had market bias. So even if my indicators were telling me one thing, and I felt, oh, I feel I know FX so much, I think this market is going down, but at the end of the day, I always traded in the wrong direction. The next one there is I wanted using small investment to open a long-term position. It's same thing, right? I was increasing my lot size. If you don't understand what lot size is, you can check the videos in my channel. I did a detailed explanation of what lot sizing is. It's very important for you to watch it if you don't really understand the concept of lot sizing. So I increased my lot size, and it actually went wrong. It wasn't part of the plan. It went wrong for me. Then, in fact, the number 8 is still the same thing. My lot size was too big for my investment. Like, I increased it, and it wasn't like, it's money management. It's very, very important for you to be able to manage your money, right? So these are the things I did that made me blow up my wonderful excuse me, made me blow up my wonderful account that I ended up with $122 loss, right? So it's very important for you to subscribe and like on this video, so as when I'm giving you the strategy I used in making the first profits, you should take note of these strategies, and probably we're going to be using it in subsequent videos to teach more and show how we make money. Okay, that's all for today's tutorial, guys. Have a blessed day. Okay, bye.